Hey guys, Sal here. Just a quick little update on SMCI. So I posted this idea on TradingView. This is my TradingView account. See, this is Zian Khan 1318. This is the TradingView account. I've posted an idea and I'll talk about more about this idea here. So I know the SMCI bottom. Don't ask me how is the name of the idea. So basically, what I have done here is I've defined a range or assumed buy zone 26.31 from 26.31 to 32.34. This precisely is the range which I'm interested in buying at. I do not want the price to go even or go or close below weekly time frame below any of this range 26.31. So this is the total assumed risk, right? So what is the reward I'm expecting or the general expectation from the reward aspect? You see, this is the weekly time frame. In terms of the weekly time frame, I am talking about weekly bottoms. So whenever the weekly bottoms it forms or it ranges within its own ATR or in its own range, basically in average range of SMCI weekly candle close would be around 11 or 12, generally speaking, right? So my total risk here is $6, and my expectation for the reward is the first target would be 72, the next target will be 94, which is the all-time high close price, not the high all-time high. Okay, so I'll tell you how to frame this information. How to frame this information. Coming from me, if you have been on this channel before, you know how I trade or how I talk about these things. These are very rare trades. Last time I predicted was to give you a references of how to frame this information, how much to put weightage on the information that I've told you. That I think SMCI has already bottomed. Even if it chops around, it's gonna chop around here above this point, certainly above here anywhere. Still will be a buy zone. Okay, as long as we are above 32.34 or 26.31, this is still intact and we are going to trend higher. Now, is assigning probability. There's an 80% chance that this is the bottom. This exactly is the bottom. Okay, so to give you a reference of the ideas which I post basically or which I tell about on my channel, this was the last idea I presented. This was the long-term bottom on Tesla from 157 to 136 is the probable long-term Tesla bottom in the weekly time frame. Okay, you remember that I told you that you cannot remove anything on the trading view from the trading view. If you have posted, if I have posted something, I am not basically I do not have the controls to delete it. It's going to be here forever as long as the this ID is exists. So this was posted on 24th of April 2024. See, so you can understand where my confidence or my certainty is coming from. The systems I am using are based on all my own research and my own quantitative analysis. So this was the exact bottom. Okay, so this is not the first time I'm doing this. I've done this 12 or 13 times on the record. Here, Tesla weekly bottom. You see this will happen. Okay, and it did happen, and we never came back to that price ever again. Okay, so SMCI was this idea. The last idea was SMCI. The previous one was Tesla bottom. We had crude oil, US 30. Okay, this idea was posted on May 13, 2022. On May 13, 2022, I gave a warning on Bitcoin that price is going to crash. First target was 26,000, 80% probability. So basically, what I'm telling you or giving you a reference to the data or my track record, past track record, for you to frame the information of the SMCI or put weightage on the SMCI information. Do whatever you like. I'm not telling you to do anything. Okay. Okay. So first target was 26,000. Next target was 19,000. If you pay close attention to it, hard support retracement is expected on 26,000. The next exact bottom was 19,000. So what I did here was predicted the crash, not only the crash, but also the bottom. Okay, you see this. Wait. So keep this in mind. There's an 80% probability. There was an 80% probability. Okay, so yeah, the moment we touched 26,000, retracement was expected, and we got retraced back into this zone. Next was the hard support of 19,000. I'm just gonna end this because I think the video is getting too long. Okay, so we not only predicted that crash, we predicted the major BTC 2023 bottom. Okay, uh, Then we predicted this crash, which was 50,000. Everything is on my channel. Everything is on live stream. Everything was live stream. I predicted exact this bottom, that bottom. I'll give you the reference to those live streams. And recently, basically 4 or 5 months ago, when we were here, I told everyone that 65,000 or 60,000 exactly is the bottom. So this one was for gold. Uh, this is the last one. Okay, this is natural gas. When it was $5, I said we are going to $8. Why is it taking so long? Yeah, okay, so I don't know what's wrong with this, but it did happen. You can check this on my ID. So basic idea was, now that you have those references in your mind, you can do whatever this with this information. It may take a while because I'm taking the context of the weekly time frame, so it takes time for weekly candles to close. But this is the bottom. There's a very high probability this is the bottom. In case, therefore, let's assume there's a 30% chance of the invalidation of this whole probability criteria. The invalidation criteria will enter the chat once we go below 26.31 and close below somewhere here or here. But you there even if in case of invalidation, you will still be able to untie the position. 100% chance you will still be able to avoid a loss. So basically a risk free trade if you know how to manage this.